Hello and welcome back to New Year, New Game. This is where I attempt to play 365 games from my Steam library that I have never played before. This is game 214, Project Chemistry. It's a learning game, which I'm not opposed to. I'm not opposed to educational learning type games that are set and made to teach you something. This is to teach you chemistry, which I don't think there's anything wrong with. I never got to take chemistry when I was in high school. Unfortunately, my grades for science were not good. It was a mixture of me not being there mixed with not understanding the assignments because I wasn't there. Uh, a whole lot of me not being in high school. That is the reason why I just wound up dropping out and getting a GED. It's also kind of bored too. They would put me into classes that I was like learning the same things over and over again from middle school. But that's another story. I always wanted to take chemistry though because I really enjoyed science and technology, and unfortunately never got to. And I think it's through Dexter's lab that really got me to enjoy science. I used to have these little science at home kind of lab boxes that you could do, which is kind of like basic household things you could find around the house, and do like the at home, the volcano. Trying to remember some of the other ones. It's been so long since I've had one of those, and I don't really do science experiments anymore as an adult. Other than I guess 3D printing would be about the only quote unquote science that gets done, and it's more leans on technology I think than science itself. But we do use science every day in our life, and understanding things is always a good thing to do. So, without further ado, we're going to get into quest mode and learn about chemistry. It's supposed to take us through the periodic table and teach us how elements work. Welcome to Project Chemistry. We see that you are new around here, so we wanted to give you a tutorial on how things work. As you are playing in quest mode right now, most of the elements and molecules are locked, so you will need to complete quests in order to unlock them. If you want to be able to mess around with any element or molecule of your choice, you can play sandbox mode. Before we start, the first thing you'll need to know is how to move. You can use WASD keys to move, spacebar and left control for ascending and descending, and by holding right click and moving your mouse around, you can look around. By pressing the help button in the bottom bar, you can view the controls at any time. Alright. By clicking on the periodic table below, you can open the periodic table window and spawn any unlocked element of your choice. By hovering over the gap between the group labels and elements, you can change the categorization method. As you unlock new elements, you'll get notifications about the elements unlocked. After spawning an element, you can click on it to check everything about it. Also, by double-clicking on it, you can enter what we call orbit mode and rotate around the element just with your mouse. Also, after selecting an element, some of the unclickable buttons below will become interactable, like the remove button or the duplicate button. The button right next to the periodic table button opens the molecule table where you can spawn any given unlocked molecule by using the search icon on the top left side of the screen. You can search for molecules by their common names as you conduct reactions with your already unlocked molecules and elements. You'll synthesize new molecules and unlock them permanently. As we've said before, you'll need reactions to progress in the quest mode, either by pressing the reactions button or the R key. You can open the reaction screen where you can see every reaction that you can conduct with the elements and molecules that you have placed. Here you can see some details about reactions like the conditions and products. So it tells you right there, 2H2O and 2H2 plus O2. Analysis reaction, synthesis reaction, H2 plus O2 equals H2O2. 2H2 plus O2 goes to 2H2O. And then the reactions and productions. Cool. So, let's keep going. The help screen we've mentioned for the controls also has another functionality. You can read tutorials about chemistry there if you want to. By opening the tutorial section of the help screen, you can view the unlocked tutorials. As you are currently in quest mode, you'll also unlock them slowly as you learn. You'll also need access You'll also need to access your quests by opening the quest screen. You can see the quest you have completed and unlocked. The most important thing you'll unlock will be elements. By using elements, you'll be able to synthesize molecules and slowly grind your way to completion. Alright, let us continue. Guess we just hit X. Oop. And there we go. We have O, oxygen. Category, other nominants, radioactivity, none. No radioactivity in oxygen. Group 16, period 2, gas phase, its density, its melting point, its boiling point. All the different types of stats that you need to know about oxygen. Atomic value, atomic radius, crystal structure. Alright, getting started. Spawn 2 H2s and 1 O2. And the reaction, the count of atoms in products and reactions have to remain equal for detailed versions. See here. Ooh, that's a lot. Alright, so go back here. We need 2 H2s, 1 O2. So we already have 1 O out there. Molecules. Do we just need the one? We need 2. Molecule hydrogen does not fit there. Oh, I see. We just have to... Can we not move them together? Spawn 102. That's what I thought that was. Wrong. And we'll put you right there. Quest been updated. Conduct in H2O synthesis reaction. H2O2. That would be this one, yeah. Or is it just H2O? H2O synthesis. And we got hydrogen peroxide. Alright. Can we delete that? We can. We can delete that as well. So that way I can just look at what we have here. And we want to bring out another one of these. And another one of these. And we want H2O. It'd be 2O if we did that. H2 to 2H. Let's see here. So H2O is H2 plus O2. And then 2H2O is 2H2 plus O2. In a reaction, the count of atoms in products in reactions have to remain equal. For detailed versions, see here. So I have to have one more oxygen. H2. Two H2O. That's not what we're looking for. I'm clearly not doing this right. I'm gonna make that anyways. Quest started. Well, I guess we did do it. That ate my water. Spawn 1 H2, spawn 1 O2. Conduct H2O2 synthesis reaction. Let's start by removing what we got just floating around. H2O2. Which we did. New element unlocked, carbon. So we got hydrogen over here, carbon over there, oxygen right there. We're just going to go through and unlock the periodic table. Delete, delete, delete. Quests. Now we got 2. Exhale. Spawn 1 carbon, spawn 1 O2. Let's see. Where is carbon? Do we have to make carbon? Doesn't say so. So how does one produce carbon? There we go. Got these both right. Yep. And let's see. Exhale. Quest has been completed. New element, sodium. We're adding salt. As we have made carbon dioxide, which is produced from our mouth. Always get carbon dioxide and monoxide mixed up. Let's go ahead and remove that. We're working with a blank slate now. Where is my chlorine? Spawn 1 H2O2 and then spawn HCIO. That's a lot of things. conduct redox reaction to produce H2O, HCl, and O2. But what is HCl? HCIO. How do I get HCIO? The C must come from carbon. I don't know where the I comes from. So I think I'm going to skip that for now. Spawn 4 sodiums, Na, and then 1 oxygen. Periodic table, bring in some sodium. Duplicate. And duplicate. And duplicate. There's 4. Now we want to spawn in oxygen. And after we've done that, oh, it's an O2. Let's go ahead and remove that then. And then once we have done that, conduct Na2O combustion reaction. And we've completed. What do we create? Sodium oxide. Gram per molecule, vapor. Wish I had more information like what sodium oxide is used for. Alright, let's remove those. Pretty sure sodium oxide doesn't fall on the periodic table. But now we have it in here. Right there. We completed that one. Hydrophobia. Spawn H2O and spawn Na2O. Dissolve Na2O in water. Okay. Nope. H2O. Oop. Now we need Na2O. How do we dissolve? Can I just drag you over? Must be a reaction thing. There we go. Boom. Hydrophobia. This one I do know. It's a liquid that's not quite a liquid. I think it's what hydrophobic water is supposed to be. Like it doesn't absorb. I remember seeing some YouTube videos on it. Alright, what's next? It's on fire! Conduct CH2 synthesis reaction. CH2. Let's do that. And bring in some carbon. And do a reaction to give us 2H. That's all it'll do. Turn H2 into a 2H. It wants, oh, CH4. So maybe another H2. There we go. CH4. It's on fire. Quest's been updated. What do we make? Methane. Oh, gas. That's the kind of stuff that is used in lighters. A methane gas that comes out. And then if you put it to fire, it combusts. Very nice. Maybe we can figure out the next one then. Conduct CH4 combustion reaction. Oh, I didn't do that part. I just made the CH4. Oop. How do we do the combustion reaction? Is there a way I can set it on fire? I don't think I have anything that is fire. Nitrogen. Salt, water. Oxygen. Would oxygen do it? I know oxygen is needed for fire. Nope, doesn't look like it. Boop. Guess I'll come back to it when we got something that is fire. Don't think any of these do that, so it must be something that adds to it. Science, yeah! Let's see, HCIO. The thing is, I don't know what the I is, so I don't know what HCIO would be. Combustion reactions occur when elements or compounds react with oxygen. So it does react with oxygen. When elements react with oxygen, they will form oxides. C plus O2 is CO2. For details, see here. So CH4 plus 2O2 becomes that. CO2. It's you. Oh. We made this. Acetic acid. Very nice. Let's break it down because I did it wrong. Let me see this again. So it's CH4 plus 2O2. I did CO2. 2O2. Boop. We were close. I was like, I needed oxygen. What I didn't know is I needed double the oxygen. It's 2O2. Yeah. It's on fire. And it broke it down into 2 things of water and a thing of carbon dioxide. It produces water. And methane does kind of... Have you ever used a methane container, something that has it in there? It kind of does have a liquid feel to it, but it definitely is a gas. It's really cold, too. Which I thought was fascinating for something that can burst into flames. How cold it gets. I wonder if that has something more to do with the can that it's in. It just brings up more questions. But see, these questions are supposed to lead you to ask more questions and to find the answers to your questions and things like that. And that's kind of what a part of education and learning and things of that nature are. You're supposed to get fascinated with things and then want to learn more about them. And having my attention caught on those types of things was rare. It was rare that I would come across and really grab my attention. What did catch my attention in school was like Greek and Roman mythology. I remember having a class on that when I was in elementary school and middle school. I told us stories about that, and then learning about Egyptian gods and Norse gods and things like that. Those were really fascinating to me, along with history as well. I was really fascinated by history and just like learning the story of other worlds outside of my own personal bubble. The past is really where I focused most of my learning, and there's always that saying that if you don't learn from the past, you're bound to repeat it in the future. And then just to see how things from the past repeat itself in present day. It's like mistakes of people already went through this and have made these mistakes, and yet we're seeing them repeat over and over and over again. But yeah, that's just kind of where my focus in education went. Not so much into math and science and things of that nature. And I wish it got more into science. Again, really enjoy it. But this is a fun game. Would I come back and play the game again? Maybe. It's kind of a learning thing, and I think if I sometimes do get these spats where it's like, I want to learn something new. And maybe I'll come back and go through the chemistry books again, going through this quest section and learning more about it. I wish it provided more of an explanation of why things did what they did. Because I think if they provided that, that just kind of adds to their learning of chemistry and stuff like that, and that'd be really awesome. Anyways, that is going to do it for me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next game. Goodbye.